So we're actually here at a VB user group meeting that takes place on the Microsoft campus every month. And we're here to talk about the India tour that Stephen Lees and I are doing. So why don't we step outside?
And who are you?
I'm Alan Griver.
And what do you do here?
Manager for Visual Studio Data.
Okay. So yeah, introduce us to the rest of the guys here.
This is Stephen Lees.
Great. Hi there.
He's the group program manager for VB. And over here, we have Jay Roxe. He's the product manager for Visual Basic.
He's definitely the best dressed of any Microsoft person.
Always the best dressed of any Microsoft person.
So what are you guys going to India for?
We're going there to do a user group tour. We're going to be hitting a number of cities over the course of about 10 days, and we're really excited to go.
It's all about the free food, isn't it?
Absolutely. There's nothing better.
Yeah. And who are you meeting with? What do you expect? Have you ever been to India before? Have any?
Neither of us have been to India before, so
No.
Really?
It should be really great. We're really looking forward to it. We're, we're meeting with a bunch of people from Microsoft who are there. Alan and I both know people who have worked at Microsoft over here in Redmond, and then they've moved to India to go work there for Microsoft. So we're kind of psyched to renew those acquaintances and see what those people are doing. And there's also a bunch of user groups we'll be visiting all across the country. I think we're looking at maybe going to 5 or more cities.
Wow. Do you guys have any really cool swag to bring?
That's Jake's part.
We've got T-shirts that were made especially for the tour.
All right.
We've got the VB resource kit. We've got copies of the Mobile Developer Conference CD with all of the technology on there.
All right.
And we've got copies of a book on .NET Compact Framework development.
Okay.
And just to put this in a little bit of perspective, this is the last leg of a worldwide user group tour that we're doing. So we did 13 cities in the United States. We've done another 13 in Europe. And we just finished up with, I think it was 7 cities in Asia, in East Asia.
So do you guys have any horrible traveling stories?
So we actually didn't do any of the other traveling on this tour, but I have plenty of horrible if you'd like to hear.
Me and you too.
We actually do have one travel horror story from the East Asian tour, because we had a group that was supposed to be presenting in Beijing that was flying there and got stuck in Japan because of a typhoon.
Oh, geez.
And so I was flying back from Singapore that same day, got an emergency phone call at 4 o'clock in the morning Singapore time saying, we're stuck in Osaka airport, what do we do?
Yeah.
So we looked at getting me a visa to Beijing that just didn't work. And so they flew straight to Seoul, and I ended up coming back and doing the presentation to Beijing via live meeting. But we figured out ways to prevent that so that we don't have to do that for any of the Indian cities.
Right.
I think Jay ended up having like a 72-hour day in there somewhere
Oh.
because he was coming back. I got a email from him while he was, I don't even know where you were. He was somewhere over the Pacific or something. He's like, can we get somebody into Redmond at 10 p.m. Sunday Redmond time to do a live meeting with the Beijing sub?
Yeah. So do you guys have any tricks on avoiding jet lag? Are you going to try out any new theories? Or?
Basically, I've done so much traveling that the minute I sit down on a plane, I fall asleep till we land. So jet lag's usually not too much of a problem for me.
I don't have that same skill. I think maybe if I just avoid sleep completely for the 2 weeks, then
Hey,
I'll probably feel about the same as I would.
that works for me. Yeah.
Based on previous user group tours, you will end up avoiding sleep for about the next 2 weeks as soon as you go.
Yep.
So you come back and your family thinks that jet lag is so much worse the second time around because you're making up from 2 weeks of hanging out with developers, staying out late talking to developers, and generally not sleeping very much.
Yep.
That's one of the things I'm most excited about, actually, is going out there and meeting with developers. I meet with a lot of developers in the U.S., and it's going to be really cool. I've heard so much over the years about what the Indian development community is like. I'm really looking forward to getting to talk one-on-one with a bunch of the people there.
You got to bring video of fries, right? So they know what they're missing.
Yeah, I've got my camera ready too.
But are you meeting with any companies, or are you going to sit down and work on some projects together with people?
Yeah,
over there?
we're actually going to be meeting with a number of our larger partners out there. And that's currently being set up by the folks out in India, so I don't have any names offhand to talk about. And we're planning on showing Visual Basic 2003 as well as 2005, a good preview of that. So
Cool.
should be fun talking about mobile development, rich client development, a whole bunch of things. It should be great.
Cool.
It's definitely, we've done a bunch of these, as Jay was saying, we've done a bunch of these tours already. It's interesting, it's great to meet with the user groups, but it's often just as interesting to meet with the companies who are coming out because we've, visited Intel in Portland, and I was going over to Boston. We visited Bose, which was really interesting, and they had some really good stories to tell us.
Yeah.
So you definitely learn a lot that way too. And I have to mention also that on the VB side, we have one of our MVPs, our most valuable professionals, is Anand, who runs the .NET India site. And he trekked all the way over here from India to come to our MVP summit earlier this year, I guess. So we're kind of returned to visit this time. So
Yeah.
we're coming to see him.
He's a great guy. I've met with him a couple of times. And the user group phenomenon over in India is just going nuts. I mean, Anand is runs one of 6 or 7 user groups, each of which have like 2,000 members, and each of which are like 18 or 24 months old. I mean, very young user groups, but very huge growth in membership. So,
Last month, Bangalore had over 3,000 people show up at their user group meeting. Yeah, it's just...
that's like a PDC.
It's I can't even talk about how excited I am.
Yeah. I wish I was going with you. You gonna take some 9 guys and take some pictures?
Oh, yeah,
you gotta take some pictures, you know.
Absolutely, get us a 9 guy.
Okay. We'll have to. When are you guys leaving?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. We'll get you a box of 9 guys to take over.
We can.
Cool.
The tour actually starts November 29th in India. So these guys will be leaving right after American Thanksgiving to fly on over there.
Full of turkey and
Oh yeah, that'll help us.
bags of 9 guys. Cool. Well, thanks for meeting with me, and good luck on the tour, and we'll look forward to some interesting reports.
Awesome.
Are you guys doing any weblogs on the web?
I'll be blogging as often as I can while I'm there, and I'm sure I'll do it again when I get back.
Likewise, I'll be on the VB team blog. So
Cool. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you.
Thanks.